Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and it's time to play some more War Room. So, the next map on the list that you guys have requested at least 3 or 4 times is the Ring. This is a very fun map, and it's actually also one of my favorites, so let's jump straight into it. So in this map, you'll be facing 3 COs, Eagle, Jess, and Drake. So for that reason, I pick Andy. Andy's just a solid pick overall. His superpower is one of the best superpowers in the game. I mean, it's insanely good. 5 hit point repairs, 20% firepower in 1 movement for only 6 stars is insane, and he is actually almost overpowered because of that. But among the balanced COs, he's definitely one of the best. I also pick Andy because one of my opponents is Drake, and whenever I go up against a CO that can drain my hit points, Andy is always a favorite pick because he can just use his little power and he'll be fine. So, we have 3 enemies. Down here to the south we have Jess, who has an army comprised mainly of land units, although they haven't really deployed any troops yet. Up to the northwest we have Eagle. As you can see, he has a lot of airports because he's Eagle. And then over here to the northeast, we have Drake, who has mainly boats. Drake is going to be the least threatening CO for a very long time. This is because he doesn't have all that many properties and boats are really expensive. He's gonna start fielding landers to transport some infantry to your shores, but it's really no difficult task to take care of. Eagle is the second threat, or the second biggest threat, because he's gonna start sending battlecopters your way pretty soon. But the CO we're gonna deal with first is Jess, because she's right at our doorstep, she has 3 bases, and she's gonna start breaking through the pipes really quickly. So, we're gonna start off by building some infantry. And we're gonna use the missiles to cripple Eagle and Jess in the early stages of the game. Drake, we're gonna leave him alive for the time being. We're not really gonna focus much on him. But the first objective of this mission is to try and capture Jess's HQ as quickly as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send a missile right down to her infantry. This is gonna really cripple her. It's gonna make it more difficult for her to capture stuff. And I'm also going to land a missile on Eagle's troops. This is going to make it more difficult for him to capture the airports. And he's going to have a harder time to get battlecopters to my doorsteps quickly. So this is going to drain his income a little bit. So he can't build 2 infantries and another transport copter, which he would have otherwise have done. Again, Drake, he is not threat at all. So she's going to start capturing some stuff, and she's going to start building more infantry. Now, you have a choice here pretty much between bombarding her with more missiles or attempting to capture stuff. You should do a little bit of a balance. So what I like to do is I like to send another missile just to weaken her infantry. There's no point in... Actually, there is. I'm gonna send 2 missiles actually at her. The reason behind this is gonna make it even more difficult for her to capture her properties, and she can't field as many troops that way. And I'm gonna build some more infantry and start capturing the bases. You always want to go for the bases first. There's no reason not to. They give as much income as the cities. And luckily for me, he has not started producing battlecopters yet. And now Drake has a lander, which is the first threat you need to watch out for, because he's gonna start firing infantry to your doorsteps. So you want to build some manner of protection against that. So for that reason, I'm going to send these 2 infantries up here, and I'm going to start building an artillery, because I want to start knocking down the pipe quickly. Yet again, I'm going to bombard Jess with another missile, because she has her units so clumped up in such a gorgeous fashion. And with this guy, I might even send a missile at Drake, just to drain his funds, and I think I might do that, because I don't want that lander or those infantry to come to my shores just yet. So, one good thing to do against the AI is to try to trick Eagle into using his little power, because it's really bad. And as you can see, the damage actually prevented Drake from actually landing more troops at my doorsteps, which gives me some more time to conquer Jess. So now I'm gonna go for the airports. I wish I'd been able to take both of them this turn, but apparently I can. So I'm just gonna go grab this harbor for some additional cash, and I'm gonna start capturing right here. I don't think I wanna... I might bombard Jess with yet another missile. So that's gonna make it really hard for her to cap. And I'm going to build a mech well as 2 more infantry. And I positioned my artillery in such a way that it can start shooting on her units once they're deployed, which is really good for me. Eagle has started building battlecopters, which I need to take care of, because if they start harassing my infantry, it's going to be a big pain in the ass. So, I can theoretically build a tank right now, but I think I'd rather want to stop for capping. But I am going to start blasting down this pipe, and I'm going to build yet another infantry. I'm going to blast Jess with yet another missile to keep her paralyzed. Sorry. And I'm going to start capping these 2 airports. I might bombard Drake with a missile. I think that might be a good idea. I'm gonna do this just to drain his funds and keep his lander stranded. Eagle's still gonna take a long time to get to me. The only thing I'm worried about is he's actually sending troops down to assist Jess, which makes it a little bit difficult for me. One tactic you can pull off is that you can go for Drake first, but this usually causes Eagle to start sending troops to your over the sea, so he's gonna prevent you and shoot down your transports, which is really annoying. So Drake has landed a tank at our doorstep, so we need to deal with that. I think I'm just gonna build a mech. I don't really want to waste too much resources trying to deal with that. I'm gonna keep shooting down his stuff. If I move this one over here, I can shoot another rocket over at this pipe. And I think I'm gonna blast Jess with yet another missile. I'm gonna build a tank now, so I can actually do something to her. Because mechs and infantry alone can't deal with Jess. I can blast yet another missile off, but I don't think I want to. You know what, I actually think I will. You may think I'm going overboard with just right here, but I need to conquer her before Eagle and Drake gets powerful. Because if you allow all 3 COs to build up too much, you've essentially lost this mission. That missile from earlier actually really helps, because Drake's tank only has 9 hit points, and you may think it doesn't make a huge difference, but it actually does. That will allow my mech to do a lot of damage to his tank. Okay, so Jess doesn't even have any money right now. I think I'm gonna shoot down this tank, and then I'm actually gonna do damage to this pipe. And sadly, I can't kill it this turn, but I can do some damage to it. That was actually a little bit unnecessary. So, I'm gonna do first a little bit of damage to this tank, then I'm gonna shoot it. Sadly, I can't kill it this turn. But it's pretty useless right now. And let's do this yet again. And I'm actually gonna build an APC. I'm gonna load this mech into the APC. I'm gonna build yet another tank, and yet another infantry. And I should be able to capture Jess's HQ pretty quickly. But I need an anti-air though, because as soon as I open that pipe, Eagle's gonna send his battlecopters to me. So I think I might build an anti-air next turn, if I can afford it. And again, that's actually great for me, because he actually couldn't unload his other unit right there, because his own tank blocked him off, which is hilarious. So right now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna open up the pipe. I'm gonna attack this infantry to prevent him from capping. I'm going to kill this infantry. And I'm gonna unload this mech at Jess's base, so she can't produce any units out of it. And then we really need an anti-air. That's actually gonna be great in dealing with Jess's infantry too, which are weak by default. And I can kill off this tank, and I think I'm just gonna combine these 2 infantry right here and build a recon to deal with that mech. And I forgot to turn off Facebook yet again. That's actually really embarrassing. That's the second time that happened now. I think I'm just gonna save my cash for now. Okay, so here comes Eagle. He's actually gonna make it a little bit hard for me to capture Jess. Well, it's actually very annoying. And this is the part where Drake starts being annoying too. So, can I start capturing Justice H quarters? H quarters. Headquarters yet? I don't think I can. So this infantry is annoying. Let's see, I could start blasting through this seam. And I think I should be able to one-shot infantry. Ah, I just... Oh, that's fucking annoying. Let's see, I can block off this tank. That's actually a good move. And I'm actually going to build a rocket right here. That's going to help me out a lot. And then I'm just going to send more infantry screaming over at Justice H quarters. But H quarters, I don't know where I get that word from. But I actually have a little bit of a problem right now because Drake is knocking at my doorstep. So I need to build mechs to counter his anti-air. There we go. So as you can see, you have a limited amount of time to cap a Justice HQ. You actually have a very limited amount of time. And now Drake's gonna start capping my cities and interrupting my capping, so I might have used a few too many missiles on Jess, but I really think it's necessary. She's gonna start attacking my mech now, which is not good. I can start preparing soon, but I don't think I want to. I want to shoot down this thing. And then I want to do damage to this mech, actually, even though the recon is a little bit more pressing. I can deal damage to this recon with this rockets, and I think I'm just gonna do damage to this tank right here and block off the valley so my anti-air is secure. I really want to open up another attack path, but I think I'd rather move this artillery here so I can start doing damage to this base. Ah, I should have blocked off that thing. That was actually a little bit stupid, but I think it would have gotten killed anyway. And I have more money now, and I think I'm gonna build a medium tank, actually. It's actually a little bit nasty. Ah, I couldn't kill it. That's very bad. Now Drake's gonna get that harbor. That is actually terrible for me. I don't want him to get any more gold, and especially not a harbor. So that means he can start... I mean, I don't think he can afford a battleship yet, but if he gets a battleship on my shores, that's going to be big trouble for me. Not that Drake battleships are that scary, but they're very difficult to take down because of his defense. So now he has a harbor. He's gonna unload even another tank and more infantry. So I'm really running out of time right here. And she just blocked off her own HQ, which is bad. When I get my power, however, that's gonna be good. Alright, let's start by taking down this infantry. We need to shoot at this thing and do damage to this infantry right here. That artillery is gonna start shooting at me next turn, which is going to be really bad news for me. So let's start doing damage to her infantry. We can use our own anti-air to block off a base, which I think we will. It's going to take damage, but we got to do it. Do I want to field yet another rocket? I think I do. I'm really not giving a lot of attention here to this battle over here, and I can actually use my superpower right now, but I think I'm gonna wait. Because I'm gonna get my superpower, I'm actually gonna attack with a lot of my units, because they're gonna get healed up next turn anyway. And I'm gonna build another mech and some more infantry. Yeah, it's gonna be superpower time next turn. And that's actually awesome. He just used his lightning drive, which you never want to use this power. It's the worst power in the entire game. It increases his firepower and defense of all air units by 10%. That's all it does. It's ridiculous how bad it is. Like, why would you use this power when you can use Lightning Strike? It's silly. Lightning Strike is the best power in the game. I mean, only countered by powers such as Meteor Strike or Merchant Union. But it's like one of the best non-overpowered CO powers in the game. And his superpower is close up there as well, but not anywhere near Lightning Strike. Anyway, so how you want to use Andy's power is that the units that can take damage, you want to attack with. And the reason for that is that, yes, you do get a nice little firepower increase, but you also want to make sure that it repairs as much as possible. So, for example, right here, I want to attack with this mech, because then I can heal it up. I want to attack with this infantry, because I can heal it up. Like so. I want to attack with this recon, because I can heal it up and block the harbor. And any other... I think I'm just going to start distracting him a little bit. I want to hold this up, because I can actually capture with it later. I actually want to do this, because I can repair it later. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do for now. Then I'm going to use my superpower. So you don't want to use it right away. You want to take the damage you can take, and then you want to use it, and then attack with the remaining units at full health. That's at least my favorite way to use the superpower. And let us... Actually, I want to move this guy down here. Let's do damage to this tank. Start opening up this seam. And if it weren't for that bloody APC right there, I could have actually begun to capture his HQ this turn. Or her HQ. Which would have been really good for me. And this, the +1 movement is also extremely awesome. I'm gonna build an anti-air right here now, as well as a tank. And some more infantry, because I can't ignore this problem much longer. There we go. This is very annoying. But once I caps Jess's HQ, she's gonna be in big trouble. There's really no point in me going after her cities. I just did that to distract her, because I'm gonna get those cities anyway. It's actually terrible. I completely forgot about that tank, so that made me take a lot of damage from my rocket, which is not good. She's gonna use her turbocharge. That's not gonna help her out a lot. Just the superpower is pretty good though. So very big boost to her movement, to her firepower right there. All right, let's see if we can't kill this thing. We're gonna attack this thing with the medium tank, and there we go. We're gonna do as much damage to this mech as we can, so it can't interrupt our capping. Gonna move our artillery down here. Block off this entryway with our infantry. We're gonna join up just to make sure it doesn't die. I don't want to lose my rocket, but I think I might. I might do that anyway. Anyway, I've shot this attack down pretty hard. The one who ferries troops over is always at a great disadvantage in Advanced Wars, just because of how the game works. Transporting and unloading infantry makes them very vulnerable. And I think I have enough infantry on the field right now, so I think I'm not gonna build anymore. I'm just gonna capture here just to be cool. And I think, actually, I'll be able to cap her HQ next turn. Because I don't think the AI attacks when it's that weak, even when it comes to HQ. I don't think her infantry will do anything. Alright, here comes the tsunami. That is very annoying. That's actually going to prevent me from capping our HQ. And of course it's going to drain my fuel, which is the most annoying part of Tsunami. That means I'm going to have to build APCs. So now, since that infantry got weakened from the tsunami, yeah, she's actually going to attack it. Luckily, Jess's infantry is pretty weak. So we're gonna keep capping this, and I think we're just gonna combine. Yeah, sounds pretty decent. Let's take care of this anti-air so it can't do anything. Kill this tank, kill the anti-air, kill anything that can interrupt the capping. And Jess's HQ is gonna be done for next turn. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. That was a misfire. They happen in Advanced Wars 2 as well. Gonna build an APC just to fuel up things. And fuck, he has a battleship. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. So we have to build a rocket now, and he's most likely going to attack that. Shit, that's bad. I think I'm going to use my power next turn. Yeah, that's terrible. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Fuck. Yeah, my rocket won't survive. Worst case scenario is I have to build a sub to counter that. The problem is subs don't start out unsubmerged or submerged like they do in Super Famicom Wars. He's actually gonna go... Wow. Okay, never mind. Really? He's not gonna go for my rockets? That's a big mistake on his part. But of course, trying to do damage to a Drake battleship on a harbor? Good luck with that. You're gonna need a lot of firepower for that. Alright. I wish you could use your hyper repair before you actually repaired normally. That'd be great. Perfect. I'm gonna repair all the damage caused by the tsunami. As you can see, 33% damage to a Drake battleship. That's his defense, coupled with the fact that he's on a harbor, which gives him 3 defense. So that's terrifying. This is mainly used to refuel. We're gonna have to do damage to this thing. We can actually capture the HQ at once, just to remove Jess's units. And then, with these units right here, we have a lot of buildings to recover our fuel from, so it's really not going to be a huge issue. So we might as well just do that. But our income is looking really great right now, so what I can do now is I can actually focus on taking down Drake. I think I might do that. Because eagles are very elusive and difficult to take down. I'm gonna build a missile, as well as a tank, and... And with battleships and cruisers, I should be able to take down Eagle, considering his air units, his airports is close to water. And he used his little power yet again. That's wonderful. That is just wonderful. Okay. So, he's not going to be able to build another battleship for a very long time, considering he spent... Oh, crap. He spent a lot of money trying to take that down. Anyway, so I think I'm going to end this part right here. We've managed to take out Jess, which is the first step of the challenge, but this map is far from over. We need to take down Drake, and he has battleships now, which is what makes him really scary. But if I'm able to play my cards right, I might be able to take that battleship down. Sadly, he also has a cruiser, so there goes my plans of building a sub. I need to take this harbor back from him, and I think I'll just hold off Eagle for the meanwhile. I might start sending a land force up here to threaten him, but it's really difficult to take down Eagle because with only land units, because as you can see, it's a really narrow choke point right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part 1 of what is this, the Egg Island, or the Ring, that's the name of this map. So yeah, I hope you look forward to the next part, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.